Greetings and salutations. This is the Adjutant. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever discovered something years later and immediately thought, I wish someone had told me this sooner? Most of us have. Maybe it was a financial mistake. Maybe it was a retirement decision. Maybe it was the life lesson that would have saved us thousands of dollars if someone had simply taken 5 minutes to explain it. I spent more than 26 years in the United States Army, more than 20 years helping veterans, the Department of Veterans Affairs, over a decade practicing law, and years teaching as an adjunct college professor. During that time, I have had countless conversations with service members, retirees, and veterans. One thing that has surprised me more than almost anything else is not that the military members don't have access to incredible benefits, it's that many of them never use the benefits they already have earned. I have met retired colonels who didn't know about certain programs. I've met senior NCOs who've overlooked benefits that could have saved them thousands of dollars. I have met veterans who assumed that because they had retired, certain opportunities no longer applied to them, when in fact they did. That's unfortunately because every benefit you fail to use represents value you've already earned through your service. Today, I want to help you change that. In this video, I'm going to share with 7 military benefits you should start using this year. Some of these benefits can save you money. Some can improve your family's quality of life. Some can reduce stress, and at least one of these has the potential to improve your financial future for decades. Now, whether you're currently serving, preparing for retirement, recently retired, or you're already a veteran, there's a good chance at least one of these benefits has been sitting right in front of you. Let's get started. All right. The first benefit is one that affects your health, your family, and even your wallet. Benefit number 1. Use your preventative health care benefits through TRICARE or the VA. Now, I know healthcare isn't always the most exciting topic, but hear me out, folks. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make isn't spending too much money. It's ignoring their health until a small problem becomes a very expensive problem. Military healthcare is designed to help you stay healthy, not just treat you after something goes wrong. Preventative care includes annual physicals, recommended screenings, vaccinations, counseling, and many other services depending on your eligibility and your healthcare program. Yet many people don't schedule these appointments. Why? Because life gets busy. They don't feel sick. They assume everything is fine. But preventative care isn't about how you feel today. It's about protecting your future. I can tell you from years of working with veterans that I've seen people wait far too long to address health issues that could have been caught much earlier. The military invested in your readiness while you serve. Now it's time in your own long-term readiness and for you to invest in it. Schedule your annual appointments. Complete the recommended screenings. Know your numbers, your blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, your weight. Those aren't just statistics, they're indicators that help you protect your future self. One of the greatest gifts you can give your family is taking care of the person they depend on. And that's you. Benefit number 2 is one that surprises people every time I mention it. Use your military exchange privileges. Now, when most people think about the exchange, they think about buying uniforms or grabbing a snack on base. But today's exchanges offer much more than that. You can purchase electronics, home appliances, clothing, furniture, outdoor equipment, luggage, computers, televisions, major household items. Many purchases are tax-free where applicable, and exchanged frequently offer military-exclusive pricing that can be extremely competitive. Now, if you're a veteran with exchange privileges, don't overlook the online exchange either. Many people never even visit the website. Now, before making a major purchase anywhere else, compare prices. Sometimes you'll find the civilian retailer has the better deal. Sometimes the exchange wins. The point is simple: check before you buy. Now, it only takes a few minutes, and over the course of a year, those savings can really add up. I've always believed that wealth isn't built only by earning more money. It's also built by keeping more of the money you have already earned. Small financial decisions repeat consistently, constantly, often create surprisingly large results over time. Benefit number 3 is probably one of the most exciting benefits available, and it's also one of the least understood. And that's space age travel. Now, let me start by saying this is not for everyone. If you're planning a once-in-a-lifetime vacation, that absolutely depends on arriving on a specific place on a specific day. Space A probably isn't your best choice. But if you're flexible, if you enjoy adventure, if you're retired, or your schedule allows for some spontaneity, space-available travel can open the door to experiences that many people never even considered. Now, imagine flying to another part of the country or even overseas for a fraction of what commercial airfare might cost. That's an incredible opportunity. The key is understanding the rules. Know your eligibility. Understand the travel categories. Be flexible. Have backup plans. Patience is part of the process. Now, one thing the military teaches us is adaptability. Space A rewards people who embrace that mindset. Some of the best travel stories begin with unexpected opportunities. If you've never looked into space-available travel, this might be the year to start learning how it works. Even if you don't use it immediately, simply understanding the program gives you another option that many Americans don't have. And that's really the point of today's video. You don't have to use every benefit, but you should at least know what's available to you. Because once you know your options, you can make informed decisions that fit your family's goals, your finances, your lifestyle. We've covered healthcare, savings, money through military exchanges, and one of the military's most unique travel opportunities. But we're just getting started. The next 4 benefits include programs that can dramatically improve your quality of life, help you build wealth, and unlock opportunities that many military families never fully take advantage of. All right, so let's go ahead and keep on going. So far, we've talked about taking advantage of your health care benefits, maximizing your exchange privileges, exploring space-available travel. Those are all valuable benefits, but the next 4 may have an even greater impact on your day-to-day life and your long-term financial future. All right, benefit number 4 is one that many military families use while they're on active duty, but then almost completely forget about after they retire. I'm talking about your morale, welfare, and recreation benefits, better known as MWR. If you've ever rented a camping equipment, booked a military cabin, used base fitness center, purchased discounted amusement park tickets, or stayed at a military recreation facility, you've already experienced some of what MWR has to offer. But here's what surprises me, okay? Many retirees simply stop looking. It's almost as if they assume that the chapter of life is over for them. Now, in many cases, it isn't. Depending on your eligibility, installation policies, there are still tremendous opportunities available. I've always believed that money should be used intentionally. One of the best ways to increase your quality of life isn't necessarily spending more. Sometimes it's discovering that you can enjoy the same experiences for less. Military campgrounds, you have vacation cottages, outdoor recreation equipment, golf courses, bowling centers, fitness facilities, marinas, discount tickets to major attractions. Those savings can easily add up over the course of a year and save you thousands. Think about it this way, okay? If you save several $100s on one family vacation and another few $100s through the year on recreational activities, that's money that can stay invested instead of being spent. Small decisions repeated consistently create financial momentum, and financial momentum eventually becomes financial freedom. Now, one of the things I encourage military families to do is make a habit of checking what their installation offers every few months. Programs change, special promotions come and go, and new opportunities become available. If you don't look, you're never going to know. Benefit number 5 is something that I think is wonderful, and it may be one of the greatest long-term investments you'll ever make. And what is that? Well, education benefits. Now, when people hear the words GI Bill, they automatically think college, but education today looks very different than it did 20 years ago. Yes, the GI Bill can absolutely pay for college degrees, but it can also help with certifications, technical training, apprenticeships, licensing exams, graduate education, and many other professional development opportunities. Education isn't just about earning another diploma. It's about increasing your value. The more valuable your knowledge and skills become, the more opportunities generally become available. I've lived this principle throughout my own career. The military gave me opportunity. Education expanded those opportunities. Law school expanded them. Teaching expanded them even further. Every season of learning opened another door. Now, one of the greatest investments you'll ever make is the investment you make in yourself. And don't forget to research benefits available in your own state. Many states offer additional educational assistance for veterans and in some cases for spouses and dependents. Those programs often go unused simply because people don't know they exist. Spend an afternoon researching what's available where you live. You might discover benefits that could save your family thousands of dollars. Now, that brings us to benefit number 6, is one of the most misunderstood military benefits available, and that is the VA home loan. Now, most people immediately associate the VA home loan with buying your first home. That's certainly one use of it, but it's far from the only one. I've talked with veterans who thought once they purchased a home using their VA benefit, that was it. They believe they use it up forever. That's not how it works, folks, okay? Now, depending on your circumstances, your entitlement may be restored. You may be able to use these benefits again. You may have refinancing opportunities. You may benefit from the absence of private mortgage insurance. You may have options that conventional borrowers simply don't have. The important point is this: don't assume you already know everything about your VA home loan benefit. Take time to learn how it works today. Programs evolve, rules change, interest rate environments change, your financial situation changes. The benefit that wasn't particularly valuable to you 5 years ago may become incredibly valuable next year. I've often said that information creates options, and options create opportunities. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make isn't making the wrong decision, it's making decisions without knowing all of the available options. That's why I encourage people to review their benefits every year. Kind of think of it like a birthday audit of everything. Not because everything has changed, but because you have changed. Your family has changed. Your goals have changed. Your finances have changed. The better informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to make decisions that align with the future you're trying to build. And speaking of building your future, we've arrived at what I believe is the most important benefit on this entire list. All right? Look, folks, it's not flashy. It usually doesn't make headlines, but if you learn how to use it well, it has the potential to impact every area of your financial life for decades to come. So we've arrived at benefit number 7. This is the benefit that ties everything else together. It's not one specific program. It's not one card in your wallet. It's not one website you log into. It's learning how to build a complete financial strategy using every military benefit you've earned. Now, let me explain what I mean, okay? Over the years, I have had conversations with countless service members and veterans. Some were doing very well financially. Others were struggling, even though they had served the same number of years, earned similar incomes, and had access to many of the same benefits. So, what made the difference, you might ask? It usually wasn't intelligence, it wasn't luck, it wasn't even income. It was knowledge followed by action. The people who tended to build long-term financial security understood that military benefits aren't meant to be viewed in isolation. They're designed to work together. Think about that. Your retirement pay provides one stream of income. Your VA disability compensation may provide another. Your thrift savings plan can become another source of retirement income. Social Security may eventually become another. Your health benefits protect your finances from catastrophic medical expenses. Your VA home loan reduces the cost of home ownership. Education benefits increase your earning potential. Exchange and MWR benefits reduce everyday expenses. When you begin stacking those benefits together, something powerful happens. What is that? You stop thinking about individual programs and you start building an entire financial ecosystem. That's the mindset I want every member of this community to develop. Don't ask, what's my next benefit? Ask, how do all of my benefits work together to build the life I want? That's a completely different question, and it leads to a completely different results. One of the reasons I started this channel is because I saw too many military families making decisions without having all the information. Some retired too early without understanding the financial impact. Some claimed Social Security earlier than necessary without understanding their options. Some never reviewed their survivor benefit plan. Others left their TSP sitting on autopilot for years without ever learning how it fit into their overall retirement strategy. None of those people lacked discipline. After all, they served in the military. They knew how to work hard. What many of them lacked was someone to connect the dots. That's what I hope to do here. Not to tell you what decisions to make, but to help you understand your options so you can make informed decisions for yourself and your family. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video. I've met people who look back and said, I wish someone had told me this years ago. My hope is that after watching today's video, you won't have to say those words. Instead, you'll take action now. Schedule that preventive health appointment. Check your exchange benefits before making your next major purchase. Research space-available travel if flexibility fits your lifestyle. See what MWR opportunities are available to you. Review your education benefits and your state's veterans programs. Take another look at your VA home loan benefit. And most importantly, spend some time understanding how all of your military benefits work together. Because here's something I've learned after decades in the Army, years of practicing law, and more than 20 years helping veterans. Information by itself does not change lives. Applied information does. Knowledge is only powerful when you put it into practice. The military gave you these benefits because of your service and sacrifice. Don't let them sit on the shelf. Put them to work, not just for you, but for your spouse, for your children, for your grandchildren, and for the legacy you're building long after you've taken the uniform off. I often tell people that wealth isn't just about money. Real wealth is having options. It's having peace of mind. It's knowing that you've prepared your family for whatever tomorrow may bring. That's the kind of wealth I want for every member of this community. Now, if you found value in today's video, would you do me a favor? Click the like button so YouTube knows this information is worth sharing with other military members and veterans. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because every week we talk about military retirement, VA benefits, military wealth, financial strategy, and life after the uniform. My goal isn't simply to help you earn money, it's to help you keep more, protect more, and build a future that reflects the years you spent serving this country. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these 7 benefits have you used the most? Or better yet, which benefit surprised you today? Share it in the comments below because your experience may help another veteran who didn't know it existed. Now, and before you go, I want to put another video on the screen that goes even deeper into military benefits that many people overlook. If today's discussion opened your eyes, I think that video is going to be incredibly valuable to you. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. And so there you have it. This is the Adjutant, I wish you all blessings and blessings. Shalom.